Hello, my dear students. Hello, bachon, and welcome back. I know, exams are just around the corner and everyone's getting a little tense. But please, don't you worry. We're going to make this chapter, Emerging Trends, so simple for you. It might look a bit tough in the textbook, but trust me, it's actually really easy. By the time we're done here, you're going to be a total pro. That's a pakka promise from me. So let's just dive right in, shall we?
So let me ask you something. Have you ever been scrolling through Instagram, just watching Reels, and you find a really hilarious one? And then the very next one it shows you is just as funny, maybe even funnier. It's like, how does Instagram know exactly what you want to see? It feels like some kind of magic, doesn't it?
Well, the secret, my dear Bacho, is not magic. It's emerging trends. Now, I know that sounds like a very heavy, serious topic from a textbook, but don't let the name scare you off. It's really not boring at all. In fact, it's the cool stuff that you are using every single day. It's the technology that powers your favorite apps, your games, pretty much your whole online world. The thing is, you are already an expert at using it. So now all we have to do is understand a little bit about how it works, and you will totally ace this in your exams.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the biggest, most famous trend of them all. We're talking about computers that can actually think. We're going to explore the absolutely incredible world of artificial intelligence, or as I'm sure all of you know it, AI. So what even is AI? What do we write in the exam? Well, to put it very simply, it's all about teaching computers to be smart, just like humans. Imagine you're teaching a computer how to learn new things, how to understand problems, and then how to make decisions, all on its own, just like our brains do. It's kind of like we're giving the machine a brain of its own. See? Super simple, right?
And you know what the coolest part is? You are using AI literally all the time, Bicho, maybe without even realizing it. Think about it. When you use Google Maps to find the fastest way to school and it shows you a shortcut to avoid traffic, yep, that's AI. Or when you upload a photo and your friends get auto-tagged, that's AI too. And of course, whenever you ask Siri or Google Assistant or Alexa a question, who are you talking to? You're talking to AI. See, I told you you're already an expert at this.
All right. Now, AI also has two very cool cousins that you should know about, VR and AR. And the difference between them is really simple, so listen up. First, you have virtual reality, or VR. VR creates a whole new digital world for you. It's like you're putting on a headset and you are literally inside a video game. Then you have augmented reality, or AR. Now, AR is different. It doesn't create a new world, it just adds digital things to your real world. The perfect example is a Snapchat filter. When you put on those funny dog ears or sunglasses, that's AR adding something digital right on top of your face in the real world. Okay, that was fun. Let's move on to the next big idea. Now, all of these super smart technologies, AI, VR, AR, they all need one thing to work. They need fuel. And that fuel is data. And I don't mean just a little bit of data. No. We are talking about absolute oceans of it. And that brings us perfectly to our next two topics, big data and the cloud. Now, just look at this. This slide is absolutely mind-blowing. Let's just take a look at what happens online in only 60 seconds. In just 1 minute, 2.78 million YouTube videos are watched. Can you believe that? And 5 lakh Wikipedia pages are viewed. And look at this, 44.4 million WhatsApp messages are sent. Arre wow. It's a massive, unbelievable amount of data being created every single minute. And this, my dear students, all of that stuff we just saw, that is what we call big data. It's all of this super fast, absolutely massive, and kind of messy data that comes from all our posts, our clicks, our videos, everything. It's just too big for our normal computers to handle. It really is like trying to fit a giant elephant into a tiny little shoebox. It's just not going to work. Okay, now everyone, listen up very carefully because this is a very important exam question. I can almost guarantee you'll see this. We're talking about the 5 characteristics of big data, also known as the 5 V's. If you remember this, you'll get pakka marks. So, what are they? First is volume. That just means tons of data. Next is velocity, super fast data. Then we have variety, all the mixed data like text, photos, and videos. Fourth is veracity, which is a big word for asking, is the data true or not? And finally, value. Is this data actually useful? So that's volume, velocity, variety, veracity, and value. The 5 V's. Don't forget it.
So a good question is, where does all this big data even live? Where do we put it? Well, it lives in the cloud. And what's the cloud? Just think of it like a giant, safe digital locker, or maybe like a magical pen drive that exists on the internet. It's this huge, safe space where we can keep all our data, all our files, our photos. And the best part is, we can get to it from anywhere in the world.
Okay, and the cloud gives us its services in three main ways. Now, this is another super important question for your exams, so pay attention. The three types are IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Let's break it down with our analogy. First, you have IaaS, Infrastructure as a Service. Think of this like renting just the empty land. You get the basic ground, and you have to build your house from scratch. Next up is PaaS, Platform as a Service. This is like renting a workshop that already has all the tools you need. You can go in and build whatever you want. And finally, the one you use all the time is SaaS, Software as a Service. This is like renting a fully finished car. You don't build it, you don't bring your own tools, you just get in and drive. Using something like Google Docs online, that's a perfect example of SaaS.
All right, let's keep going. We've talked about smart computers with AI, we've talked about all the big data they use, but what if we could make our everyday objects smart too? Like your fan or your watch or your lights? Well, that's exactly what our next topic is about. Welcome everyone to the incredible world of the Internet of Things, or IoT. So what exactly is this Internet of Things, this IoT? It's actually quite simple. Imagine a whole team of smart devices. We're talking about things like your lights, your watches, maybe even your fan. All of these things are connected to the internet, and because of that, they can talk to each other and share information. It's like they're a team, all working together to help you out. And you see IoT in action all around you. That smartwatch you might be wearing that tracks your sleep and your steps, guess what? That's IoT. You know those smart CCTV cameras that can send an alert straight to your phone if they see something? That's IoT too. Even a smart fan that knows to turn on when you walk into the room? Yep, also IoT. It's all about connecting things to make our world a little bit smarter and a little more helpful.
Fantastic, everyone. You're all doing so well. We're almost there. Now, for a little fun, let's take a super quick peek into the future. Let's just touch on two more cool ideas that are starting to change the world. We'll just cover the basics so you have an idea of what's coming next. So, two more cool ideas. First, there's something called blockchain. The easiest way to think about it is like a shared digital diary, a diary that lots of people have a copy of. And here's the magic part. Once you write something in it, it can never be changed or cheated. That's what makes it so secure. And the other idea is grid computing. This is a really cool one. It's like borrowing a tiny little bit of power from many different computers all over the world and combining all that power to create one giant virtual supercomputer. How cool is that?
All right, we did it. We've covered all the main topics. So you know what that means? It's exam time. Let's do a little rapid-fire Q&A session. This is what I call the fuck-a-mark section. So I want you to pay extra close attention. Let's see what you remember. Are you ready?
Okay, here comes question number 1. What is the Internet of Things, or IoT? And for full marks, can you give me 2 good examples? Come on, think about it. We just talked about it. Think about the smart devices all around you. Okay, did you get it? Here is the perfect answer to write in your exam. The Internet of Things is a network of smart devices that have sensors, and they connect to the internet to exchange data. Simple! And for the examples? A smartwatch that tracks your health is a perfect one, and a smart home security camera is another great one. If you got that right, well done. Give yourself a little pat on the back. That's full marks for you. Ready for the next one? Here it is. What are the 3 main service models of cloud computing? Can you name on 3 of them? And for bonus points, do you remember those little analogies we use for each one? The land, the workshop, the car? And the answer is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. That's Infrastructure, Platform, and Software as a Service. And to really impress your teacher and get those extra marks, you can mention the analogies. Remember, IaaS is like renting the empty land. PaaS is like renting the workshop with tools, and SaaS is like renting the finished car. See, when you remember the story, it's so much easier, right?
And just like that, we're at the end. See, I told you, this chapter is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. You now know all the little secrets behind the amazing technology that is changing our entire world. So now I have a question for you. Now that you know all this, what amazing thing will you build with this technology? Because you have to remember, Bacho, you are not just learning about the future, you are the ones who are going to build it. I wish you all the very best for your exams. I know you are all going to do wonderfully, and please Don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments which chapter you want me to cover next. I'll be waiting to hear from you. See you in the next one. Bye-bye!